Alright, what's going down, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Holmes Hobbies Motor Control. It's your boy Josh, aka Coleman, and Deebs. Of course, we got Deebs in the building. Say what's up, buddy. Yeah. Anyways, we're just hanging out in the studio, and I apologize for not putting out yesterday's video, or not putting out this video yesterday. I just wasn't happy with what I had done. I had recorded this video several times, to be honest with you, and it just wasn't up to par. So long story short, I had to sleep on it, and today I am way more with the program, and I've got my thoughts collected a lot more. So excuse me. Anyways, what we're going to talk about, you guys, actually this video is going to be the start of a slight change in this series. We're going to go a little bit more educational. I've been doing lots of installs and showing you guys products and things like that, which is great, but it's time to get a little bit more into the nitty-gritty of this stuff. We're going to learn brushed motors. I mean, I've been talking about brushless a lot. Everyone knows I love the brushless motors. We've talked about the revolvers, the Puller Pros, all of them. We've gone hardcore into that. And what we're going to talk about now, though, is the brushed motors, and we're going to break it down. It's going to take time. It's going to be over several videos. We're going to really start off basic and then get into the more advanced stuff, because there's a whole nother level to these brushed motors that people don't realize, that they're just not keen to. Even myself, I've been doing RC for a long time, and I can tell you right now, I've never rebuilt a brushed motor in my life. I've rebuilt brushless, never rebuilt a brushed motor. So we're going to start doing some real learning. Not just me teaching you guys, but I'm going to be learning with you. So we're going to start with motor selection. How do you go about picking the right brushed motor? That is kind of, a vague question, and the answer to it really, it's going to be a vague answer if I were to just kind of throw it out there. So I kind of got to break it down, because it depends on each person. Everybody's going to have a different style of driving, different style of building, different, like desire for their performance. Some people are going to love a lot of slow movements and heavy trucks with lots of torque, such as myself. Other people are going to like a lot more wheel speed. They're going to like it to be a little bit lighter on its feet. They're going to like it to have a lot more power, right, and punch. But they're not going to want to give up controllability to do that. So there's going to be a lot of variables, I guess is the word I'm looking for, that goes into this. And so we're going to kind of talk about that a little bit. We're not going to get too crazy in the first few episodes, but eventually we're going to get pretty deep into this stuff. I feel like we can step it up a notch here, And last night after I did my video, I was just, I watched it back. I was like, this isn't going to help anybody. So let's try to help some people out with this stuff. First thing we're going to want to do is say, is to look at the selection. All right, you have Trail Masters, you've got Torque Masters, you've got Crawl Masters. What's the difference? Trail Master, it's an I don't want to say entry level, but we're going to use that term. We're going to say entry level, right? Because it's affordable. It's super affordable. Now, does that mean that it can't be used by a professional or an expert or somebody that's running competition level vehicles? No, it does not. I run the Trailmaster Sport in a lot of things. I run it in vehicles that I would gladly use in performance. Why? Or in competition. Why? Because it is reliable. It is extremely reliable. I'm going to get a lot of use out of it, a lot of run time, compared to, say, my Crawlmaster Sport, which is going to require a lot more maintenance between runs. So my Trailmaster, it's basically, I'm going to install it, I'm going to forget about it. I'm just going to run it until it dies, okay? I may spray it out, I may lubricate it, but that's about as far as it's going to go. Now the Torque Master Sport, that's going to be a little bit different. It's still going to be machine wound can. It's still going to be in the affordable range, but not as affordable. You can get into the Trail Masters for $20 or less. Torque Masters, you're going to be up there a little bit more. You're going to have to check the website to find out for sure. But the Torque Master Sport is kind of like the mid-level. It's for the guys that are ready to step up, they're ready to rebuild their motors, they're ready to maintain their motors, they're ready to learn about brushed performance, right? But they're not ready to invest all the money yet. It's not that life or death for them yet to have a perfect, you know, the best of the best when it comes to brush motors. But they do want good performance, something that's a step above the Trailmaster. So TorqueMaster is going to be that one for you. Then you're going to talk about the Crawlmaster. Well, it may be the Sport, the Pro, the whatever, but the Crawlmaster. The Crawlmaster is it's the spare no expense, go for the best motor. When it comes to brushed motors, there is nothing better than a Crawlmaster. Just in my opinion, it is the king. It is the bee's knees, right? It is the one that just you will not find more detail-orientated build. It's hand-wound. It's got, well, I'm not going to go into all the details. We'll go into that in another episode further down the road. But when it comes to picking your motors, that's the motor you pick when you're ready to rebuild it after every run, and you're ready to lubricate it all the time. You're ready to clean it out all the time. You don't let any moisture get into it. If any moisture gets into it, it's immediately blown out. If it gets dust in it, it's immediately blown out. It's literally maintained like, you know, like a performance vehicle, like an Indy car, like something you would take to win, you know, first place every time, right? You have to maintain it, and that's something a lot of people don't think about, and that's what we're going to get into next. Is when you pick a brushed motor, you have to really think of it different than a brushless motor. It's not just a drop-in product, all right? These are not replacement products. As Holmes Hobbies says on his website, actually, these are upgrades. These are performance enhancement products, right? These are meant to enhance the performance. So they're going to require more tuning, more maintaining. You're gonna have to learn them. You're gonna have to change gearing. You're gonna have to watch temperatures. You're going to have to be in tune with it a lot more than just the stock 27 turn that comes in your SCX10 or whatever. So that's something to keep in mind when you get into these brushed motors. It is a performance upgrade. It is something that, you know, you're gonna have to pay attention to. So when it comes to temperatures, never let them go over 160 degrees, right? And if you're doing that, you should do it in a very short burst, you know, like maybe for like a few seconds, you know, run it up to whatever, you know, you got to get up a hill, you just got to get up it to win the comp, do that, but then cool it back down, you know, don't keep flogging on the thing, man. Take some time and let it cool down, blow it out, you know, make sure that it's not overheating, because you're going to kill the life of the motor, all right? All right, so I got to cut this short. I'm going to keep going. We're going to start getting into other stuff. It's going to ruin other episodes. So anyways, you guys, when it comes to picking these motors, these are the ones, okay? You have the Trailmaster Sport, which comes in a 540 can or a 550 can, all right? The 550 is going to give you just a little more beef, all right? 21 turns, so you can get a lot of torque, but still keep some wheel speed. 35 turn. This is a perfect replacement, a perfect first motor for anyone that just wants to replace that 27 turn, get a little bit more performance out of it, a little bit more controllability. This is the way to go, right? It's going to slow you down a little bit, but you can always play with your gearing, play with your voltage. Gear down, volt up, you know the motto. TorqueMaster, all right? The TorqueMaster is like your in-between. It's like for the guys that basically they want to step out of the amateur leagues. They want to step out of that first motor. They're ready. You know, they know this is reliable. They know this is going to last for a long time, and they can just drop it in and go. But now they want to step it up. They want to do some tuning. They want to maybe learn how to build a motor. Maybe learn how to swap the brushes out, or maybe how to cut a comm or whatever, right? This is the way to do it, right? But it's still machine wound. This is a machine wound motor, so it's still going to be affordable, okay? It's not going to be too much of an investment, but you can get some great performance. Then you have the Crawlmaster Sport. The Crawlmaster is going to be beefcake, man. This thing is going to have brushless type power. I mean, break parts, snap parts type power, especially when you run it on 3S. You're going to wake things up with this motor, okay? Something to keep in mind is this motor is going to require a tremendous amount of maintenance compared to these other ones. This one right here is going to require a lot of, whoop, I'm knocking stuff off. It's going to require a lot of maintenance, so pay attention to it. Don't take it out and just beat on it. If you're going to go hill killing all the time, and you're going to go mud bogging and G6ing, and you really don't have time to be pulling motors out and cleaning them and replacing brushes and things like that, you're going to get out on the trail with this one of these days. It's going to fail on you because you weren't taking care of it, okay? Don't let that happen. this is the one that you want if you're going to be doing that. Pick a turn that works for you. That should be enough for today. I'm going to get up off here. You know what it is. Peace and chicken grease. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. We drop these every Monday. Well, sometimes Tuesday. Yeah.